Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2 has the Justice League gone, and the gang tries to find them with Krypto. I was gonna review this in November, but after watching the movie, I just couldn't. So that'll color my review, but I'll get into it when I get into the negatives. The positives on the film: the opening song is pretty good. So I liked that. I mean, that's always gonna be a positive as long as you have a catchy enough song in it. The monster is pretty cool. I like the lava-type design of the Phantom being red. So that's pretty cool. also, I think it kind of feels like a little generic of a monster. But more often than not, I think it's still a cool design. I like the joke, Krypto misses Superman. And then Lex Luthor says, I miss Superman when I open fire. I thought that was actually kind of funny, so I kind of liked that joke. And the chase song is pretty good and catchy in the middle of the film or near the end of the film. So I thought that was pretty good. Now on to the negatives. I actually kind of miss the animation from Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. That movie was so surprising to me of how good it actually was. Not like the best Scooby-Doo movie ever, but it was like on the higher end of Scooby-Doo movies. So I actually liked that animation. But for this movie, it's just the same old animation as like Camp Scare or Abracadabra-Doo. So it just I kind of missed that other animation from Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. Now, I don't think that's a big negative. It's just something that is like, oh, that was cool from a movie that I actually really liked, from a modern Scooby-Doo movie that I actually liked, but then we just kind of went back to the old animation of the Scooby-Doo movies in the past 10 years. So that was a little disappointing. I think the mystery was so obvious. Spoilers, I guess. So of the suspects and who it actually is. The suspects are the food vendor. They have a clear motive of couldn't park their food truck there. Lex Luthor is just mean looking. So that's kind of why he's a suspect. And then I guess the mystery by the end. So again, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but I think it's kind of obvious that Marcy is the bad guy. I guessed it by the end. I was kind of fluctuating between Lex Luthor and Marcy. By the end, it turns out it was Marcy as the monster or whatever. And then Lex Luthor is just kind of like a tagged-on villain by the end. So, not a very good mystery. Another negative is, now, I haven't seen any DC properties or whatever, so I don't know if Krypto normally talks or not. So I mean, I don't know if Krypto talks or not in anything else, but he doesn't hear. So he doesn't talk in this movie, and I feel like you'd kind of want to get like a famous voice actor to voice Krypto if he does talk, I guess. And then you could have had him bounce off of Scooby-Doo, and there could have been some really good dialogue. Instead, he just makes generic dog noises. Like, I would have liked to see Mark Hamill as Krypto, but that's because I'm just a big fan of Mark Hamill's voice work. But I mean, like, even other people like Scott Menville or Stephen Root or Jeff Bennett, who all of them have been in Scooby-Doo properties. I think any of them would have been interesting. Like, cast someone that is popular enough in Scooby-Doo media that it will be interesting to actually watch Krypto. Another negative, and I thought this was just a little lame to bring up, but I mean, like, to a degree, it's kind of funny, but Lex Luthor says, like, what about the Phantoms? Like, weren't they real? And then Scooby-Doo, out of nowhere, like Lex Luthor says, like, how do you explain the Phantoms? And Scooby-Doo is like, swamp gas! Like, that line is from Return to Zombie Island, and I hate that line. So, for here, I actually don't know what the purpose for it is, and it actually doesn't make sense. It's actually kind of funny that they say that, but on the other hand, it's kind of weird that they're referencing that, because that has nothing to do with anything in the movie. And the last negative of the movie, there's no clues, really, to finding a hologram projector. There's no clues, period, of what's being used for the Phantom, of what's... Well, I guess there is the hologram room, but still, you don't, like, see the device. There's no clues to really who it could be, so... Again, it just ties back to it's just not really a good mystery. It's not a very engaging mystery. So, that's it for negatives. In the end, it's unfortunately very bad. I mean, like, I thought they revived Scooby-Doo with Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. I was actually, again, pleasantly surprised with that movie. But, quite honestly, when I heard about this movie, I was never really on board with this one, with, like, Krypto. Are we really going to do another Justice League Scooby-Doo movie? Like, what's that going to be? Like, I really wasn't interested in this, and, quite honestly, it's just not very good, so... Again, it's just another Scooby-Doo movie that doesn't really do anything new. It's not a good movie, so that's my review on Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2. Thanks for watching.